Day 95 of 100 Days Making Comics, the second run. And if you are unaware of what that means, it's where you take at least 30 minutes to work on your personal project of your own for 100 consecutive days. And this is my second run of that, back to back. And how I worked on my own independent comic, I never forgot, was I'm inking the first pages of issue 5, which will be the preview pages that will go in the back of issue 4. I believe I could show you what I mean by that. Ever since the first issue, I had a Kickstarter goal, which was basically to add the next pages of the next issue. So I start with the cover of the issue preview in the next issue of I Never Forgot. And then there's 6 pages, and they're quickly colored. They're not colored their best. It's basically trying new things, trying to get colors laid down, see what works for different characters sometimes, and what works for backgrounds other times. And then I have sketch pages. So that back half of issue 4 I'm currently working on right now, and that contains these first pages of issue 5, which I'm inking right now. I got 2 done yesterday. I've gotten 2 done already today. Hopefully I'll get a third one knocked out, and then I'll only have the 1 left to do. It seems possible. It's getting somewhat late. I just got off the Google Hangout for Kevin Cross's Patreon monthly hangout. That was a lot of fun. Also, I wanted to show you, because it was an Epic Mail Day as well, for Kevin's Patreon, he has a tier where you can actually get a sketch card of his, and that was one of them. It's 2 months back to back. I'm in love with this Witch one. Also, his last Google Hangout, he did up this little guy, and it was awesome to have that one that he did live in front of us, or me and a couple other guys. That was a lot of fun. So I'm stoked. I'm gonna get those in a frame right next to the other one and call it good. If you aren't supporting Kevin, throw in at least 5 so you can be part of that Google Hangout as well. I think on his Patreon page that he says that he schedules them for about a half hour. I don't think we've been underneath the 2-hour range just yet. So, also along with the Google Hangout, you will be getting his videos a week in advance, which he has a lot of cool things planned. I would love to go into detail, but you should just support him and then find out from the Google Hangout tonight that happened. It was a good time. So I'm inking issue 5, should be done at least by tomorrow with those. Get back into the sketch pages, and then I've got to do painting the cover for issue 5 for sure. There's a couple of paintings I want to knock out, but considering I have 5 days left of this 100-day challenge, I'm going to be focusing all on the 4th issue, which I should be able to get done in these next 5 days. So, do you want to do a short one? Do you want to do a short one today anyway? I am going to listen to a Friends Jam session. Kind of trying to figure out what we want to do with them. Planning for the future. He wants to do, or I want him to learn Periscope, and also would give me a reason to do Periscope as well. So I don't know. We'll do something together, I'm sure. He jammed for about 25 minutes. I think that would be a decent Periscope. But oh yeah. Also, while we were doing the Google Hangout, I sketched up a little design. I'm trying to figure out, I want to do Gaz's boots and the horror as well. A horror is obviously a hell of a lot bigger than that, but I just thought that was kind of funny and cute. doing his character Boots in my own puppet style. So that's a lot of fun. Gives me a good jumping spot to dive right in and finish that up. Probably in the next couple days. I can't promise anything. I think I've kind of fell off the Inktober bandwagon, which is alright. I'm not too worried about it. I have, so the whole thing with Inktober is to get you comfortable with this whole thing. Since it's been going on a few years now, a ton of people have jumped on the bandwagon, and I love doing it. I'm just too busy with other projects right now, especially my own comic, that I don't want to take time away from that to do Inktober. I am writing down every day in my notebook just so I can catch up at some point. I think it'll probably be in December where I just knock those out. So I'm expecting myself to finish up an entire sketchbook with different designs and working on that. I think it's going to be a few month goal though, not the Inktober. I think Inktober is pretty incredible to find new artists. But now that I'm getting into this and into the thick of it and actually striving for this day in, day out, I'm not necessarily looking for the casual Instagrammer, liker, whatever. I'm probably going to be dropping most of my hashtags that I do. I just don't see the point in them anymore. I was watching a Will Terry video, and it was echoed in another video. I think it was echoed in Jeff Lafferty's, that if your stuff's good enough, it's gonna, or maybe it was Casey Neistat. I don't know. I watch a lot of videos. Oh, it was Mark Crilly. If your stuff's good enough, it's gonna get found. So I'm not worried about it anymore. I know I'm going to be doing this project, my independent comic, for a couple of more years anymore. So that's what my focus is going to be on. I'm pretty excited. I should have some more exciting things in the next couple of days for sure. I'm going to be doing a special edition issue for the next con I'm doing. I'm going to do a limited release, 25 issue, probably. Don't quote me on that just yet. But like a 25 issue run. I think they're all going to be numbered, signed. And I will be selling them at the con or giving them away for people that get issue 1 through 3. It's not anything crazy. It's got... Here, I can show you. So this cover I painted up for issue 4, and I just didn't like it. As you can see, V has a purple dress on, and those are her normal colors. I wanted the background to be purple. That I didn't really know V's color when I painted this, and that red just seems to clash because there's another character that wears red, quite a prominent color, and that just wouldn't fit. Obviously, she's a more gentle character, and that red is just way too flashy and way too in your face for being one of the main characters of the story to be. It's just way too much. So I toned it down so that was the variant cover. So this is the variant cover nowadays for issue 4. I'm excited to see those books come through, but I gotta get 3 handled first. But since I'm doing a limited edition run, these 25 editions are gonna have this as a cover, and the inside is gonna be grayscale. I heard from my friend that is doing that for me. He said it turned out pretty good. While I was on the Google Hangout, we were talking about doing an old school newsprint style, and I texted him tonight and seeing if that's at all possible, I think it'd be even sweeter to do an exclusive edition of issue 4, very limited, for the old newsprint style. So if you're going to the con in November in Des Moines, look me up and get that exclusive. I will be showing it off in the next couple days whenever the mail gets here. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Obviously, the colors of issue 4 have never been shown, so grayscale. I'm pretty excited to see how that turned out. And with that, we've hit the 10-minute mark. I wasn't planning on. I was looking forward to having one of those days. I was looking to have a shorter video, but I'll take what I can get. So let's end up the video. Issue 1 and 2 are available on my Big Cartel site. Links are down below. Samurai Oxy at BigCartel.com. There are also variants for 1 and 2. Those are limited. The only $25 or 25 copies for the variants. So those are getting exclusive. I imagine that number will go up the higher the run gets, as I get more followers and more people that want to help it on Kickstarter. So I'm looking forward to those, but I think I only have a couple of the first variants left. I also do sketches on the inside of those. All these options are available on Big Cartel. You check that out. Order those. You can also pre-order the third one, which should be here next week or the end of this week. Probably not the end of this week though. So that's everything. Links down below. Check all those. Support Kevin Cross on Patreon because he has got a lot of awesome things coming up. Be excited for these videos. There's going to be a format change. I've kind of been toying with it. Still trying to figure out what I want to do. But I think I'll figure it out when I figure it out. So that's going to do it for me tonight. Get to work on your own comic for sure. Or handling your own project. Whatever it is, I hope it entails the option of creating something to put out in this world. Love you all. Thanks for checking this video out and staying with me this long. I'll check in with you tomorrow for day 96 of the second run of 100 Days Making Comics. I appreciate everything, and I'll check in with you then. Later.